What a do, world? We're here with Fletcher MD, the legendary dude, the man, the myth, the legend. He's currently connecting his audio.
Yep, my audio is connected, and it's the
Oh.
myth, the legend, the fucking a wild Tommy appears. That's all we need to know.
Ah.
All right, what's
Yes,
up, brother?
sir. What's going on? So the topic of the day, microdosing. What does it mean to you, simply put?
What microdosing? I came in with this approach, bro. I did a lot of research on it. I understood the difference between doses and what it means to me. It means growth. It means a lot of things. It means to be honest, it means so much to me, but I really can't put it into words. And I think that even might say fucking more about it, bro. But yeah, I feel like my ego is just trying to put something that doesn't really fucking.
Oh, your audio is cut. Yeah, it died. All right, we're live.
Yo, can still hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're good. We're good.
Oh,
We're
we're good.
live.
But you get what I'm saying with that, right? Like fucking you gotta like I respect microdosing too much to try and put it into words, but it honestly has made the difference between my recovery. It's so much that, bro, it's hard to even put it in words. And I think you're one of the best people because you can see how it helps me, bro. Like honestly, like it's changed my. I don't really like to use the word vibration, bro, but I feel like it increases mood, it increases energy, and it helps serotonin and neurotransmitters heal.
Mhm.
And I feel like microdosing and the best way to do it is the pulse damage stack because lion's mane is one of the best, bro.
Hmm.
From my experience, what I've used.
Yeah. And so for me, my what it means to me is I was in high school and I tried a little tiny cap and they were golden teachers and I remembered having the best like 3 hours of school of my life. Like I had such a great day. And keep in mind, this was after a pattern of just bad consecutive days, you know?
Hmm.
And when you get used to that, you really begin to just live in that depression and to kind of give yourself a chance or a tool like that to really like flip the switch, it really does work. And of course, it's not necessary. Like you could go about your recovery phase without having
Hmm.
to touch psychedelics, but there's simply a really effective tool for people that are willing to try them out.
Yeah, and that's why it's going to become more commonplace, bro. It's the stigma that's really affecting the growth, and just like in everything in life, just like with getting clean, just like with recovery, bro, we humans get in our own way with fucking everything, bro. Like
Right.
we can't like microdosing, like just so everybody knows that's listening, it's a non-perceptual dose. Like it uplifts mood, it helps with depression, it helps with anxiety, it gives energy, and the lion's mane, it helps with the brain fog and stuff like this is crucial during the early stages in recovery because as you get farther away from it, your relapse chance goes down by statistic. But those first months are you need to have it set up. Like if you want a microdose, you have to realize that if you have to make the responsibility, if you can't handle not macro dosing and taking too much, then you need to take the responsibility for yourself, for your recovery, and have someone give it to you. It's what I had to do at the beginning. It's just knowing yourself, and it's also a huge thing in recovery, bro. You can't owe it all to one thing because one thing just it's like people saying avocados made them healthy, bro. Like one thing doesn't make you healthy. It's a collection of stuff you do to get to the greater good, or what you're
Right.
trying to fucking accomplish, bro. And that's why microdosing, exercise, journaling, all of this had so much to do with it. I can't really give credit to one single thing because that's doing all the work and all the time and all the everything injustice.
Right.
But if I'll tell you, I tried doing everything else besides the microdosing when I tried to get clean before. So I'll let you guys answer that on your own. I don't want to fucking say it helped too much, but
Word. So currently on what day 447 of your recovery stage?
yes, it's been 447 days since I've used fentanyl, 447 days since I've used Xanax, 447 days since fucking I was miserable, bro. And that's it right there.
I really like how you say that it wasn't just one thing. It
Hmm.
was a bunch of things that complemented each other. And that's what I really think brings us all together in the mushroom scene. It's people that want to grow, people that are open-minded and vulnerable and ready to grow. So, what's cool is we have a bunch of like little cultural things in our Instagram community, like the Michael Health check thing that allows for us to
Beautiful.
each other in check, and that's really cool because
Because everything great's on the other side of what we're not doing. So you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. And how could we lead a therapeutic, healthy thing when we're living such unhealthy, miserable lives? It just doesn't make
Well, you
sense.
can't. A standard rule, bro, for every fucking one that knows they're a leader is trying to be a leader. Your weakness will be everyone's way out. Like if you're promoting fucking like microdosing and all this stuff, but people know that you only take macro doses, bro. Like they're gonna call you like you should call yourself out. Your conscience is constantly probably calling you out. But at the end of the day, it's
Mm,
taking responsibility, accountability, and then like we said earlier, dude, every fucking beautiful thing in life that you want is on the other side of everything you're avoiding.
100%, bro. 100%. And like, it's just a tool to simply open you up and make you vulnerable. There's
Exactly. It's a tool like a fucking a screwdriver is a tool or whatever you use to fucking get something. It's just something that helps you do something like the definition of a tool is.
Mhm.
But see, people like us humans, we don't want to do the work, bro. Like the work we get uncomfortable. Like we're like, what the fuck? So people want that magic fix. They want to take a macro dose and they want them to never think about their trauma again.
Right.
Like it's never gonna like that shit is just delusion and you're setting yourself up for fucking disappointment when there's such benefits to it that you're really limiting yourself because you expected too much. You drop your expectations and you will be surprised every time. Your expectations, if you set them so high, then you answer your own question why you're disappointed every time, why stuff's not working, dude. You're expecting microdosing to work, macrodosing to work solely. And then that's not that the point is it's a tool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%. Damn, that just flowed for real. That was so dope.
And it's the flow state, bro. It's something that's fucking coveted when you're not doing fucking you're not just poisoning yourself with every day, bro. That's the thing that I want to talk about with microdosing too, bro, is it really helps with self-esteem because like if you look at it as a tool and as a positive way, there's really nothing negative about it. But it's just the fact that people just need to get over that like hump, and they only put these limitations on themselves. Like if they really saw the benefits, and most people just talk on what they haven't even tried, and that's the worst part, bro. They
Word.
talk on what they haven't done because they fucking read an article or something, dude. And it's like the experience will beat fucking you reading every day. Right?
Yep. 100%. 100%. Uh, I went through all of high school without studying once.
Same, same.
Yeah, I was fucking, I mean, like we figured out what worked for us very early on and we kind of just like ran with it. And, you know, um, that's what's crazy is I used to live in such a lie that,
Mhm.
mushrooms honestly help with that too, with really just presenting a mirror to myself and my mistakes and
Because life is a mirror, not a window, right, brother? It's
exactly.
life is like everything that like you can look at 99% of your problems, bro, and you're like, just look on the inside, bro, and you'll find out why it happened or why you reacted that way or why you let someone have control over you. And it's a really great thing, brother. And I think microdosing it helps with motivation too, because the serotonin and dopamine, the way it works, and that's the hardest part when you're in recovery is you know having the motivation because most people they set the limits on themselves, dude. They're waiting for the day that they're gonna go relapse, and you don't have to think like that. You don't have to think that this traumatic event is reoccurring because you did it to yourself at the end of the day, and that's the mindset that needs to switch. You took those drugs, you got high. There, no one put that shit in your mouth. The victim card goes out the fucking window. So now, fucking take responsibility if and take care of your fucking health and your addictions and your vices And there's ways to take care of them, bro. The people before us have laid out this path. There's been people microdosing for millions of years. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Like, this
100%.
path is not fucking some brand new shit. Seventh Ward and our, we're not like we didn't see fucking like, this shit wasn't, we didn't make this shit up. Like, this shit is, we're speaking on how it works for us because we've done it. And I feel like that's kind of the disconnect because a lot of people preach what they haven't done. And
Mhm.
if you're a real motherfucker, bro, you ain't gonna listen to someone who hasn't been through some shit. You're gonna be like, all right, bro, like, and that's why it goes back to you didn't probably study in high school because it's a bunch of fucking teachers, bro. No one wants to listen to it. Like a lot of people are self motivated, dude. Like I learn the best on my own because I'm learning what I want and what is necessary, bro. Being flooded with information is literally how they get you to be a fucking common day worker.
Facts. 100%. 100%. 100%. Um,
I,
man.
I just feel like the potential for abuse needs to be checked before they start microdosing. Like if you because people will start microdosing, bro, but they know they're gonna abuse it. Like I waited fucking 4 months, bro, before I knew that I was good to microdose.
Mm,
I didn't smoke weed, bro. I literally owed it to myself these 4 months of fucking clarity, dude. Of just
okay.
and it wasn't really clarity, bro. It was really me just feeling everything and just the shame, the regret, the guilt of my addiction, bro. But then something switched and I was like, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna take charge. And I took charge of my health by looking into microdosing, not abusing it.
Mm,
Let me fucking I feel like it's as an addict, it's very easy to abuse things. So if you care about yourself, you may need to have someone administer it to you. And if you can't, then just pay respect to microdosing and and wait a little longer till you're more comfortable with it because the benefits from it are you really can't argue. Like there's so many studies. There's people like me. It just the only thing really in the way is that stigma and the limitations. And it's just if you got rid of that stigma, took the fucking you're already taking a chance getting clean and sober that you love yourself. You're taking that fucking charge.
mhm.
So love yourself enough to do some fucking research and see if it's right for you, bro. There's 100% that your neurochemistry that it's just not it just doesn't work out for you that well. You know what
Right.
I mean? And it's fine,
Right.
bro. Like it's the thing that like I feel like if you're really struggling with addiction and you know you've tried a lot of things and it's really not helping, make the educated and responsible choice to microdose, but responsible. And you have to learn responsibility in the beginning parts of your addiction. And that's why practicing consistency, brother. Because if you show yourself you're responsible, there you won't doubt yourself about taking your microdose. And I'll tell you that coming from a former addict that I had.
Yeah. Man, dude. Dude, no, so okay, so back to that point entirely because people like of course this is a drug. It alters your mind. You might feel
Mm-hmm,
happy for a bit. So it's very easy to abuse it. It's a lot easier to abuse it than it is to actually use it properly. But I feel
mm-hmm.
like with the right education, we could really show people how to use it properly. And the thing is, when you use it incorrectly, it uses you and it really just shows you a lesson and it's not fun at all.
The thing about with like you said, people using it in a bad way, they're every time you do something that is damaging, like that you're overdoing it, like we said, we've talked about, dude, it lowers your self-esteem. But if you're not like if you take that, dude, if you realize that taking that microdose might make you feel a little happy, but there's so much more going on behind the fucking scenes, dude. That's where you just let your ego down and just realize that you're taking it not for that fucking instant high, that you're really trying to heal your brain. And this has been proven and you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah, like going into it looking for help versus going into it just fucking around for the sake of fucking around. It's something two
Exactly. And
completely
it's
different things. Yeah.
well, because addicts, brother, we us addicts, we use drugs to either celebrate or medicate. There's really no in between. You're either celebrating with it or you're medicating.
Mm.
So you really have to think like if you're celebrating and shit with these microdoses, like Like it's not really the thing. Like it's more of a medicinal purpose. Like the moment that you think you're gonna start like getting some fucking like you just need to pay respect and do it in a consistent, responsible way. And I felt so many benefits. And honestly, like macrodosing has its place too, but I feel like that might be a different conversation, brother.
Definitely.
Because macrodosing for complex trauma, I have a whole, we could talk about that for days, but it is a lot more risky. Microdosing is something that I would, I would fucking literally tell 99% of my friends to at least try it if they're getting, or if they're dealing with food addiction, if they're dealing with fucking, just anxiety, bro. Like maybe anxiety might be a little different one because it might give a little bit of anxiety. So it's more of just I would just reflect on the root causes of why all of these before you go into any type of dose, because it's very like mushrooms of course increase people being self-aware, but there you should be a little self-aware before going into a macro or a micro because it helps you understand what's going on better and you're not overreacting throughout the whole
Mm.
time.
Right, right, right. Which could potentially like throw your whole trip down the drain, which is why people preach about having trip sitters to kind of administer those trips to help you get through the experience, versus someone that's
Exactly.
an avid user that could use it, um, that
I
that
feel like
could
an
take
yeah.
3 grams and be okay. Most
Yeah.
people can't, you know?
And most addicts, bro, they know that they shouldn't be doing something like addicts, bro. They probably knew like I probably should have known. I did know, bro. I probably shouldn't have took 5 grams at my first time or some shit, bro. Macrodosing. But us addicts, we need to keep ourselves in check, bro. Like this constant need of excess isn't benefiting us, bro. It's literally shown. It's like we talked about the definition of insanity. It's you're seeking and the reason why fucking macrodosing is really really fucking I'd recommend microdosing way more is because I just feel like addicts we tend to try to seek happiness in the same place that we found misery,
Mm.
and you're not going to find the happiness in using a bunch of drugs because that's the same place you found your misery. So accept that it's really it's a fine line, bro. Like I would have to talk. Like if I recommended microdosing for anyone, I'd have to talk to them first, dude. They have to know what they're getting into. They have to be educated because if not, then it defeats the purpose. Like it's not a magic pill, dude. It's not some shit that's gonna fucking get rid of all your fucking addictions and problems and shit like that. It's something you like we talked about. It's a tool.
100%. 100%, bro.
100%, dude.
I think that concludes the video.
Oh yeah, dude. And it's microdosing. Do it with caution. Do it responsibly.
Mm.
Don't give microdoses to fucking people you haven't educated about. Just pay respect, dude, to everywhere you go. Like we're all in this together. We're all connected, dude. It was fucking love you guys. Love you, dude.
Love you too, man. Love you too. And I hope whoever is watching this is present enough to really take this in and run with it, share it with a friend possibly that might need to hear it, or
Yeah,
maybe
if
help them out, administer their own trips because, what if we get more people to be that trip sitter, or we get more people to help their friends source this therapeutic medicine that we know responsibly, it would be a really good day.
yeah, and it has to be someone that is a genuine person,
Right,
and it's
right.
it's just know where just approach everything with a little precaution. Just approach everything with a little caution because it's the ultimate form of self care.
Hmm. Facts. Facts. All right. Is there anything that you would like to throw into the conclusion?
Yeah, if you're sitting there on the other side of this and you're feeling hopeless, you're feeling lost, you're feeling like you can't connect with anyone, no one's relating to you. You're the sensory world just keeps getting to you over and over and over again. Just seek out someone like said, just I will help. Just follow my page, do whatever you can to connect with me, and I will help. I I've come so far right now that I'm proud enough to say that I can shed this knowledge onto someone else. And if you're on the other side of the screen, you aren't alone. You aren't ever alone. I don't give a fuck if you're in the middle of the desert. We ain't alone. We all interconnect.
100%, bro.
All right, dude. Have a great day, man. Love
Hey,
you,
you too,
bro.
Tommy. Let's get
Yo,
it.
deuces.
Deuce.